Car Surfer sucks. Hey, Pop Culture Overloaders, it is Jason the X here with another video review, and this is the MP-12 Cybertron Warrior Lambor. Lambor. That was Lambor. Sideswipe. This is Sideswipe. This is the Japanese version of Sideswipe, and I love this guy. This is actually next to Optimus Prime. This guy was my absolute favorite Transformer. I love the Lamborghini. Sideswipe was just my all-time favorite Transformer. I'm glad to see him get the Masterpiece treatment. Glad to finally get this guy, and he is superb. But that's getting into the review. Right now, let's take a look at the packaging that comes with Sideswipe. And this is a really small box. I was going to use this for a size comparison in just a second, but here's your Generations or Deluxe, Classics, Sunstreaker in comparison to this box. So yeah, it's different getting this small Masterpiece box, but it's okay. I'm glad I got this guy. I'm telling you, he's awesome. So we'll get him out of the way. Take a look at some of the box. You got little art on the side of Lambor. I love Masterpiece packaging. I really do. It's just the best. You got the car mode over here. Got a bunch of stuff also. You got the official Lamborghini emblem right there. Officially licensed. It's on the bottom. And you got some comparison shots of MP-10, who hopefully I'll get this week. Looks at Lambor. But yeah, that's the box. He comes in a little plastic tray. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, here he is. Yes, this is Lamborghini Countach. I love this thing. Love it. It is just awesome. With this big Autobot emblem here. Clear plastic on the headlights. These are different colored little rear view mirrors. One thing to stress though, be careful when transforming this guy. I've had him for a little while and I was transforming this part and it got snagged, come back to robot mode. I put a little stress mark there. Not a big deal. Still rolls. Love the painted rims. You got the back. Some nice lights. You got Lamborghini and Countach back there. I love the pipes. Just really, really awesome. I can't say enough about this guy. I'm glad we finally got a Masterpiece Sideswipe. He's one of my favorites. Here's before we get into his accessories, I'm going to do a little size comparison. Here is that Sunstreaker again. So you can see he is not that big. It's okay. It's still a great figure. That's the Sideswipe though. Here is the very classic G1 Sideswipe here. Mine's a little worse for wear here. I got another one that I'm going to actually be using for the robot comparison. This is my kind of beat up one. But instead of transforming and editing more, I decided to just bring them both out. You get this little sheet of, I don't know, there's a code there. And you get, of course, the Masterpiece card. You got Lambor there. Really great artwork. I love this. On the back, you got some of his tech specs here. Look at the robot mode and the car mode. Yeah, good quality card, by the way. And also the instructions, which you got. So it looks at robot mode. Look at the accessories that come with him. You got the flare gun, the pile drivers, his shoulder launcher, missile launcher. And of course on the back you got some very G1 instructions. These are actually very good instructions, so follow them to the T. I'm just going to set those aside. But overall, very, very happy with this purchase. I don't know about the price tag I paid for it though. That's the price you pay for an import Masterpiece line. But overall, very good. If you're hearing a little bit of rolling, that's kind of where I stress that plastic. So be careful. He's going to stay in his robot mode mostly. I was trying to stealthily put the instructions over here in case I missed a step, but anyway, there have been a lot of QC calls on this, and I've got like 2 blotches of paint. Not a big deal. Like right here, if you look, there is a little chip that was there when I pulled it out of the box. So, just giving you a heads up. But yeah, awesome transformer. If you really like Sideswipe and you don't want to wait to see if they're going to announce an American release, I recommend going ahead and picking him up because he's great. Just great. A little bit of mismatch in the red here. If you look, this is a little bit more red than this, but it happens. And of course, there's no kibble. It kind of reminds me of the alternators line. Not a lot of kibble. Could have easily been an alternator. About the same size. Should have gotten one of those out. Should have got my alternator Sideswipe out for comparison, but I'm not going digging in that box. So, to begin the transformation, take his wheels and put them down, just like so. I wish you could put all 4 wheels down, and you know why. But anyway, take these parts here, and I'm trying to be very careful with this guy after putting a stress mark on him. But you want to take these side panels at the bottom here and flip them out. Just get them this far out, and then take the front of the hood, the bonnet, detach it. You got 2 tabs up here. Bring it down. You can already see his head over there. This actually comes down when I first transformed him. I'm not sure why. I mean, you can get him transformed without it, but So when you get that out of the way, just kind of angle it down like so. At that point, it should give you enough clearance to bring the arms forward. And you can leave that alone for now. Take the... Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what that was that just fell. Not important. Not important. Just something I was using for a size comparison. Anyway. Take the spoiler. I don't know why it tells you to take the spoiler, because I'm actually looking at the instructions on the side over here just in case I forget something. You never know what happens when you get on camera. Take the top of the car, unpin it, bring the spoiler up. You want to get this out of the way, and it's on a nice little 2-hinge system in there. Now, start the legs. You want to take these off, and they do peg in up here. If you look, there's a peg in there on each side, and there's a peg at the bottom of his foot, and that's where it pegs in and locks in, just to give you a little more stability when transforming this guy. Now, where the venting is, you want to take those and push them forward like that. And there we go. Next, you want to take these and bring them up. Now, the instructions tell you something a little different. That's why I kind of brought the instructions out, because the legs are a little... they're not tricky, they just need a little bit more instruction, and you can easily do something wrong. You want to take these and flip them down, because they're going to be at the bottom of the feet when you're done. Now, take the legs and bring them down. There you go. And we're going to... See, here's where it gets... This is why I brought the instructions, because I was trying to make sure that I was doing this right. Anyway, to get the legs, you see you got a lot of open space here. So what you want to do is take this and open those up. And these are going to actually form the front of the legs. You want to bring them down, square them off, and line them up. You got a pin on a little tab here. It's going to go right into a hole here. See it in there? Take that, bring it in, and you got a little tab on the side next to the wheel. That's going to pin in right there. Now you want to bring this part up and lock it in. There you go. We'll do the same thing with this other side here. There you go. Get that in there, and that locks it in place. On the back, now you can bring these back in, and you want to bring out his heel spurs. And there you go. That's the legs. They are complete, and I love how the legs fill in all the gaps. They become three-dimensional, as if it wasn't three-dimensional before. That was stupid to say. Please don't mind me. Bring down his crotch plate, or codpiece. And then you want to take this whole waist section here, bring it down, and then you can lock it forward. And it's got a nice little click when it locks in too. And you got a little tab here, and there's a hole underneath the bumper. Bring that in and lock it in. There you go. Now you just want to bring the arms down, bring the camera up, twist this around, straighten out his arms, and then turn it at the bicep. I didn't mean to do that. Totally did not mean to do that. Anyway. These parts open up. And before I do that, actually I'm going to continue on there. I'll show you in a second. There's a payoff for me not doing that right now. You want to take these back windows, the side windows here, and just take them, and you want to fold them that way first, and then fold them in. So what's going to happen is you're going to take that and then line them up between this back section here. See if you can get a look at that. And then that does, well, it has a tab underneath there that corresponds to that slot. It doesn't snap in, but it just kind of snaps in. And there you go, and it gives a very slim profile. And then bring the head forward. You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and flip out the fists, so I can show you. And there you go. There is Masterpiece Lambor Sideswipe in robot mode. Such a great figure. He's very solid. There is that one little blotch of red right there. That's the other little paint app I noticed, but it's a small, very small. Very solid though, great articulation. I love this guy. He's awesome. I know he's small, but he's still great. It doesn't matter. This is such a great G1 representation of Sideswipe. I can't say enough about it. For a quick size comparison, I busted out my good original Sideswipe here. So yeah, there's your look at a G1 figure next to him. But as much as I love my G1 figures, pales in comparison to this guy. There's a reason I had Sunstreak. I got Sideswipe in the Classics line right here. So yeah, he's kind of a small, well, a small Voyager, big deluxe, however you want to put it. He's still okay in my book. So, let's see. Well, I'll go into his accessories here. You've got his gun. I love this thing. Good representation of his G1 gun. Got his missile launcher here that almost looks like this thing would fire. And I just want to press this and the missile shoot off, but it won't. Also, he's got his pile drivers here. That's the bottom of them right there. A little hollow at the bottom, but yeah. He probably used those for like 2 episodes, but I remember when he did. Now, up on top of the shoulders, you have 2 square pegs and 2 square holes. Here's a square peg on the missile launcher. Because the missile launcher is hollow, I actually didn't show this. I forgot. In car mode, you can combine these two like that. And there is a little square plug here in car mode that you can put this in with a little bit of difficulty. I've tried, it took me a little bit to get this guy, there we go. And you can pin that in car mode, but yeah, I forgot to show that. Oh well. Moving on. Along with that square peg, you want to take that and put that into his shoulder, and that one actually goes all the way down. In the car mode, you only want to go down to where that line is. Don't try anymore. I don't want you breaking your brand new Sideswipe. The hands, they do have one articulated finger that opens up. One of them is, the pointer finger is a little bit more forward, I guess to give the illusion that he is pulling a trigger. But he has the slots on the side of the gun and holes in his hand. And you just put that in there. And there you go. Now he's armed and ready to go. Man, this guy is such a treat to have. I cannot, if this is what they're turning out, I cannot wait for Masterpiece Soundwave. Last but not least, if you take the hands, flip up the car doors, push those in, close the fists up. Now you've got this little peg here. Got the little slot in there, and these two correspond to these holes in the side, so you just want to take it and pin it in. And it snaps in there very securely when you don't drop it. Get in there. There we go. So now he's got his pile drivers. And yeah, if I'd ordered from Amazon Japan, I could have gotten the chrome sharp ones or just pointed ones. But these are okay with me. I like the pile drivers. I remember the episode where they were trying to make a tunnel and Sideswipe was the one pounding on it with his pile drivers, and Optimus Prime kind of stole his thunder and smashed through the rest of it, even though Sideswipe's pretty much done all the work by then. Yes, it was a defining Sideswipe moment. I was disappointed that Optimus Prime stole his thunder in that episode. Just going to bring his hands back out, finish off this. I don't need to put the gun back in. Now, these arms, they don't really lock into anything to keep them from unfolding or folding back down. Not a big deal. You don't really put a lot of pressure there anyway. Now, articulation. He's got a tilt on the ankle, but you can't get a lot, well, you can't really get anything out of here because there is nothing there. You get a little tilt side to side, but that's about it. Still more than our Generation 1 Sideswipe had. You got a 90-degree knee bend. He's got some great ball joints in the hips, though. You can get a lot of poses there. The crotch plate does get in the way, but you can just fold it up. There you go. Waist swivel. Waist swivel? Really? Awesome. No, I knew he had one. I'm just kidding around there. You got a twist up here, and of course the arms can go out. Good way to integrate that into the transformation. He's got a swivel at the bicep, and a bend at the elbow. You can get a 90 degree there. The wrists rotate 360. And the head is on a very nice ball joint. You can look up with it. Not too much, but enough. And last but not least, my camera emblem falls right in there. I just wanted to get a look at the head mold because it is very recessed in there. But yeah, there's his head mold. No light piping. Kind of wish they had included a little light piping, but he does have a very good face. If it doesn't seem a little far back in all this. Like if you turn to the side, you can't even see any of his face there. But overall, yes. Is this guy worth buying? A little bit pricey. Considering I probably paid as much for him, well, before they did the big price hike of the Masterpiece Optimus Prime and Toys R Us. But otherwise, I'm happy with him. I really like Sideswipe, and that's the main reason I got him. I really, really dig this guy. He is a great Transformer. I don't know what we're going to get for the American release, but if you can't wait, you might as well go get him. I got mine from TF Source. Those guys are pretty awesome over there. Not to give them a plug out, they ain't giving me anything free, but they do ship rather quickly. And there's a little bit of red paint down there, just a little bit. Otherwise, great Transformer. If you like Sideswipe, you like Masterpiece figures, go ahead and get this guy. He is an awesome representation. As far as the price, that's your call, but do I think he was worth it? Yes, I do. So, until next time, guys, I'm Jason the Extra Pop Culture Overload and the Untitled Super Cool Nerd Show. And until next time, I'll catch you later.